Hey friends, I'm up on what I call the hill, beautiful outlook near my house, out in the bush, love it out here. When I came up there was a wombat, said hello, and then I got a little bit too close and it ran away. There's often kangaroos up here too. The animals love it. I'm very lucky. I wanted to share today, just before the sun sets, a piece of writing. I was actually going to write it as an article, and then it kind of was maybe going to be a post. And then I kind of realised that, you know, when we write something and it gets read through other eyes, I feel like there's some of the essence that's lost. And this is very, very layered with my internal processes, not just of today, but many, many years. And so it's very personal to me. And it's, I guess it's a way that I'm reconciling many things that I feel and conflicts. So I'm going to read it out. It is just written a few hours ago, so it's real and it's raw, and I'm going to read it. It's called My Bloodlines. I'm going to get a bit closer. It's in my blood, my ancestors, my future generations. My family lines run through my veins. I thank my mother for bringing me here, and I acknowledge that her pains run through our veins. My mother's mother and all the female lines speak of stories, knowledge, and of trauma. Written in my DNA, my intelligence aligned to my ancestry, my will and skill held in my body to inform my life's path. When I heal deep wounds and undo destructive mental frames, it is not just for me. It is for all my mothers and all the generations born of this bloodline. While I may not bear children, I will raise them. My nephews and nieces entwined in my story and me into theirs. I may never be Indigenous to these lands, but out of respect, I acknowledge the people who hold a knowledge and connection that spans beyond my ancestry's time. They have cared for the land, and it is my responsibility to also walk in their footsteps. Revering the land as they do, and walking beside them, not as blood kin, but as one who belongs here, a child now to these lands. My human self has yearned for initiation, to put down roots in belonging to clans of these lands, but my spirit keeps leading me astray, calling me to stay. I see now, this calling is to say, don't forget the blood that runs through your veins. Your ancestors stand beside you, and your future generations need you now to stand in who you are, representing your bloodlines, because you see, one day, your children will say, what did you do when the earth cried and human crisis began to rise? I won't say I became initiated. No. I will say I initiated change. With all of my power and will, I stood beside the wisdom holders and cried. I cried for this country, and in deep feeling I could not deny that what we needed was for them to rise, for the old people to lead, and for the rest of the nation to listen. I will say, I cried aloud for people of my kind to listen and learn from the oldest wisdom that is only just alive.